All right. I'm Detective Barrios with the Homicide Unit. Today, we are here to talk about Zion Gibbs' 7-year-old homicide case that took place on June 7th, 2024 at the 800 block of Danish Drive. Previously, we had released a photograph of the suspect vehicle that was described as a Chrysler 200 gray in color. Today, we wanted to update the community that the vehicle was located outside of our jurisdiction, unoccupied, on private property. We also wanted to update the public that another jurisdiction seized a firearm that through ballistic testing and our casings from the homicide scene were able to be connected as our murder weapon. And today we do have that firearm in our possession. We were able to make this connection through what's called NIBIN, National Integrated Ballistic Information Network. We also located or identified through the search warrant of the vehicle when we brought it back to the Fayetteville Police Department that there was an unrelated bullet hole to the right front passenger side of the vehicle. And we are asking for the public if they recall any incidents involving this vehicle, any weapon incidents, or any damage to property vehicle accidents to please come forward with that information. We want to open the floor now for a few questions, and Sergeant Locklear and I will answer them as best as we can.
Who is that vehicle registered to? Is that person connected to the crime?
We're not able to answer that at this time.
What's the jurisdiction that you all found the car and the gun?
We're unable to answer that.
How helpful has the community been in this case? I know that you've been rallying around the community and kind of the area in Danish Drive as well. How helpful have they been in helping you track down for this update?
Actually, we were able to get the vehicle because of the cooperation of the community, so we are very thankful for that, which is why we're here today. We're asking that with this new information, we're hoping more people will come forward to help with this investigation.
What is your thoughts about the vehicle having a bullet hole? Did someone shoot the vehicle? What's the thought there? Why did the vehicle have a bullet hole?
I'm unsure about that answer, but I know for sure that it's not related to this incident.
So it's a bullet hole you think that was in that vehicle prior to the shooting of Zion Gibbs?
Could be prior or after, but not during Zion Gibbs' murder.
How close are you to identifying a possible suspect in the case?
We have possible suspects in the case. We're just not at a point to release that information.
How many possible suspects do you have?
We have more than one.
Do you have any reason why this shooting took place and why a 7-year-old now lost his life?
Unfortunately, we do not have that answer. I wish I could tell you, but I don't have that answer to give.
And when you look at, shootings that are going on, obviously there's one that just took place in Georgia. How are you guys preparing for something like this?
Georgia, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, there was a shooting in Georgia, a school shooting.
I'm sorry, I'm not really sure how that correlates.
Yep, as always, we have the full support of the command staff here, and we do periodic training when it comes to things that that might happen. We do active shooter training. We're actually going through some training right now. So the Fayetteville Police Department, invests in us and invests in the training, and unfortunately these things happen. But I think that the citizens of Fayetteville can rest easy tonight knowing that they have a really solid team of investigators here, and I'm proud to say I'm a part of it. It's a young team, but they're very smart, they work hard, and they have put a lot of work into this case and trying to bring closure for Zion's family. So.
What is your first and last name?
Question.
I apologize. Sergeant Jeff Locklear, I'm the homicide sergeant.
And one last question. You've been in touch with the mother throughout this. So you were
Yes,
out at
sir.
the rally that she had recently for her son. How is she receiving this information, the progress in the case?
Ms. Gibbs has been working closely with the homicide unit, and I can't thank her enough. Because of her, we're able to continue to push this case forward. I think it's a relationship between Ms. Gibbs, her first the community, and the police department that has allowed to get this case where it's at today.
And your first name and last name? Could you spell it for
Stephanie
us?
Barrios is Stephanie, Barrios, Berrios.
And your rank?
I am just a detective, homicide.
All right, thank you guys for being here today, that's all.
Thank you.
So they know you're gonna give them that printout?
Yes, thank you.